Day 518, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. Alright, so last night talked about the pain of going through a breakup or divorce. It's pretty harrowing, pretty severe. No doubt about it. The only way to come up from the ashes and rise like the phoenix is what I've said before, positive attitude that you're going to get through it. You can't think, well, you're going to think negative, but you can't think negative. You have to be able to find a way to pop out of it, whether it's through gaming, friends, something generally healthy. Just don't get too addicted to the gaming. Work out, find a new hobby that you can afford. And also remember that if you do get to those dark points, and this is something I totally neglected, and it hurts to this day. I didn't think about my kids, honestly. The only consideration I had for Cass and Christian, was that they'd be better off without me. And that is so not true. Plain and simple. She'll tell you. You have to remember, you have to keep in mind, you must keep in mind what you'll do to your children if that happens. Kids have a tendency when going through divorce, blame themselves. Excuse me, blame themselves for the divorce. When sure as hell 99.9999% of the time, the kids had nothing to do with it. It was the parents being assholes to each other and not getting along and doing stupid shit that they shouldn't have done to each other. So they've already got their guilt on them because of the divorce. If you go and kill yourself, whether you're the mother or the father, you're going to fully devastate those kids. You are going to have them put that guilt on them that you killed yourself because of them, because they're already thinking they caused the divorce. I don't know why, but that's the way it goes. Kids take a lot of crap on themselves. Another thing to keep in mind is if you're going through this divorce, do what you can to not badmouth the other parent. One, if you're a guy, your daughter is looking at you on how you treat women, whether you think so or not. And if you disrespect the mom, that's what she's going to look for too, because you're her hero. So do what you can to keep a modicum of respect and in front of them, pleasantness. You can have your arguments behind a closed door or when kids are not around, but don't do it in front of them. You know, and to, like I was trying to get you to come up from the ashes and kind of keeping you right above it. But the bottom line is just try to find something that makes you happy. You no longer have to please the other person as far as making sure that that their needs are met because you broke up. So do stuff to make yourself happy. I mean, live for your kids, whatever you got to do. But you know, do what will make you happy. Like I said, find a new hobby. Keep your mind off of what's going on. Protect yourself. And just try to, during the transition period of the breakup, especially the first few months and before court, you just got to find a way to glide above it, you know, and do what you can. And I know it's tough, been there, to stay in the right frame of mind and vent when you need to friends, family, whoever, so it doesn't build up and you explode. I guess it comes down to coping skills, and sometimes we get hit with stuff that we can no longer cope with because there's just been so much, and that's okay. You just got to make sure that you find a way to get through that, one foot in front of the other. Find that little pinprick of light of hope in the distance and walk towards it. You can do it. And like I said last night, I'm living proof that you can make it through losing everything and be successful on the other side. It's tough. I'm still not where I want to be, but it's always a work in progress. And as long as you keep it a work in progress, you haven't failed as far as putting your life back together. The marriage may have blown up for whatever reason, but that doesn't mean that you failed after. You can rebuild yourself into what you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do, within reason, of course. Bottom line is just do right by your kids, do right by yourself, and make sure you show a modicum of respect to the ex. It'll end up paying off in the long run. And like I said, I know this is probably one of the toughest things that you can go through, especially if you've gone over to war, gone over to the box, done your thing over there, come back messed up, and then run into this. Yeah, it can really get you. It can really get in your head, get in your craw, and just make you give up. Thing is you can't. You have too much riding on it. There was a meme I posted on Facebook from somebody else. I can't remember where I got it from. Whoever it was, thank you. But it was the picture of the soldier coming in through the door, and there's a soldier, the same soldier, out of uniform, sitting there with the pistol right here. And that meme hits home. We have lost far more to suicide here at home than we have to our enemy. And we got the battle overseas, while very important, pales in comparison to the battle that we face here every day with ourselves. And that is the one battle that you must win. You must overcome your demons. You must overcome your despair. You must overcome it all and come out the other side and declare victory. If you got to keep your guard up for the whole rest of your life, you keep up your guard and you make sure you don't fall back in that pit. It can be done, and it's work. It really is. It's a lot of work, but it's worth the effort. It's worth putting in that work to get through and come out on the other side and find a semblance, at least, of contentment and happy. You can do it. Don't give up till you get there. All right. And if that's 75 years, somebody 75 years from now, be in your hundreds, that'd be cool. But 30 years from now, 40 years from now, and you are happy, you'll look back on this at this time and be like, what was I thinking? I know I do that to this day, now that it's 12 years past, 13 almost. It's a good feeling to have made it through, conquering, largely putting down the demons that haunt. For me, like I said, it was just losing everything. A lot of people have a lot worse, and I understand. But for me, seeing the way things have gone, I'm happy I'm here. And you can get there too. Son of a bitch. Quit biting me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, one for the airborne ranger in the sky, one for the infantry, one for the fallen. It didn't bite me today, but it was tingling. Whatever you do, don't stab yourself in the hand. It hurts. Alright, I have the YouTube channel, that _ push-up _ guy tough. Instagram at that push-up guy. Twitter at guy push-up. I post in 18 Facebook groups and plus my own. If you like the videos, please share. On the YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. You'll see when these pop up on there. Tell your friends. If you believe in the message, please share. If you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. Do what you got to do to be here. It's worth it. Bottom line is, do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. We'll see you here tomorrow. Tough out.